Hi Gary. Hi. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you've been live streaming. I did catch some of your live stream the other day. You were flying some sort of F-14 like aircraft. That was impressive. That was quite impressive. I think you're trying to expand the amount of fuel on board. Okay. Okay. Right, I'm just doing some contracts at the moment. Hang on, I haven't got the Kerbal chat's not running. Let's get Kerbal chat running. Is the microphone on? Yeah, thanks for popping in, Gary. I did see your live stream. You were live streaming, weren't you? I didn't get. It wasn't another channel I was accidentally looking at. No, doing Kerbal aircraft. It was F-21 with moving wings. Yeah, F-21. Are you preparing it for a challenge? Yeah, I thought it was quite impressive that how you had ordnance on it. You had the missiles underneath, like they look like AIM-9s, sidewinders underneath. And when you were putting the missiles on the bottom, I was tempted to say something, but I didn't. It was nice. Nice you reached my stream. Yeah, when you put the missiles on the bottom, I was going to compare it to the F-16. The F-16 prototype had missiles on the bottom. Like you had them. But only the prototype, and the production F-16s didn't have that. Say hi next time you're in chat. Okay, I will. Sorry, I was tempted to, but I didn't want to be a bother. You seem to be on the roll. Yeah, I was going to mention how the F-16, the prototype F-16 they decided to put missiles hung from the landing gear doors. And of course, during manoeuvres, the doors would swing open and things like that. So they took them off. And it's just when you put the missiles on the bottom of your aircraft, that's just what it reminded me of. Yeah, the prototype F-16. Because I can do it in my wings because they are moving and change geometry. Does it change the center of gravity much? Do you have to retrim it once you change the position of the wings? Because I can't do it in my wings because they are moving, changing geometry. Yeah, you can't put them on the wings. Yeah, you can't put the missiles on the wings. It's like aircraft that had ordnance on the wings and swing wings. Panavia tornadoes, and I think some of the early aardvarks, they had the stations were geared so it'd move with the wings. But I think, is it the Su-24 had swing wings, but they didn't put any ordnance on the wings, I think. I don't know about Su-24. Yeah, the museum, within about 10 minutes drive from my house, has got 2 tornadoes there. I never looked at the mechanism on the wings where it moves the pylons. The lift always stays behind. Okay. I suppose that's the whole point, because when you go faster, you need to move the central pressure further back to maintain stability, and that's the whole point of having the swing wing and the variable geometry, isn't it? That's the whole point. Swing wings just for prestige. They don't do much job, but challenge accepted from us. Yeah, it's largely useless in KSP, isn't it? It's largely useless. It doesn't have an advanced enough aerodynamic model, does it? Okay. Yesterday you forgot to switch on chat or something, right? Yeah, when you came in here, I didn't have the chat window up. Just the window, the dock where I can read your chat. I didn't have that up. You did come in here. I did see your message. When I brought it up. I did see your message. You came in here. You're the first to chat. Then I ended up doing a 5-hour stream. I don't want to do a long stream tonight, but yeah. Hello, what are you doing today? Hello, Polish cow. I'm not doing much today. I've just taken on 2 contracts, a Kerbal rescue contract, just to try and build up our money, and I might look at doing a new crane for Minmus, because we got 2. What is it? We've got 2 tugs, not new rovers for Minmus, which are in orbit somewhere, and we might try and think of a way to getting them to Minmus. You're doing a mod, and we will like it. Siema. Okay. All right. Okay. Look forward to whatever this mod is. All right. What are we doing? I'm looking for this Kerbal. We got a Kerbal to rescue there, who's now the target. We are separated. We've separated. We've got engines going. So we'll do an inclination change, 1.5 degrees. So that's ascending. We need to go descending. And why isn't it working? Why isn't it moving? Because I didn't click it, that's why. planet. No, select Kerbin. 1.5 degrees, inclination change. Move a bit closer than that. To have a chat in game instead of on second screen. Oh, okay. Would you have to enter your? Because I think you had chat on screen, didn't you? Because you can do that with. Because you can use a browser source on OBS and actually have it on screen. I've already got the YouTube API linked up, so I could do something similar, because I got this window up here, but it's not a mod, it's just a separate thing. Because I can show YouTube chat in here. But if it's a mod in game, in Kerbal, that's a different way of approaching it, isn't it? So would you need API access to YouTube, or have you got a different way of showing chat? Because I think you had chat on screen, didn't you? Because when I stream on what's it called? Twitch. When I used to stream on Twitch, I used to have chat on the screen, but I used to do it with a browser source. Because chat on Twitch runs on a IRC backend, and you can connect to IRC. Right, but it only shows the chat on the stream, but not in game while gaming. Okay, so you did it via OBS. Okay. Because I can do something, I can display with the script that does the Kerbal chat, that can display everything in chat, but because it has access to the YouTube API. It's 68. We're going to go in the planet at the moment. We've got to correct that. Yeah. Going to go in the atmosphere, I mean. Right, but it shows the chat on the stream, but not in the game while gaming. Display, so you can see it while you play on one screen. Because there's so many different ways of tackling getting chat on screen, whether you want it like on top of KSP. Yeah, because in OBS you can set a browser source, and on Twitch there's other. I think it's done through Streamlabs or some other service that you can actually display your chat on screen, because chat on Twitch has an IRC backend, and but with YouTube you need API access to YouTube, and the script. The Python script I got up here, that has access to YouTube, and it can display. I could display all YouTube chat in the Kerbal script that's up here. I believe it can also post. It can have automated posts to YouTube chat as well. But then it's not. It's done via OBS. I've got the OBS is displaying a. It's actually a text window. It's actually a text file. Because OBS is displaying a text file up here. Check if it's on the screen. Yeah, it is on screen. It says probe core at the moment. It says probe core, automated center, log over grasslands, telemetry update, velocity. Now that's just a text file, but the Python script that's saving that text file for OBS to display has access to the YouTube API. Oh, so you don't see it on your screen? No. What's up here is I don't see it on my screen. What I had to do just then was increase the size of OBS. The OBS preview I've got is really, really small in order to save CPU time, and I had to make it a little bigger just to check it was on screen. Yeah, and I can see it in OBS, but I can't see it on the screen in Kerbal. I can't see the graph up here, and I can't see the text here. All I've got is Kerbal, or just basic Kerbal on my main monitor. I'm talking about this to have chat in KSP with the mods. That's what I thought you said, yeah. See, that would be interesting. It'll be an interesting way of doing it. But would you have to have API access to YouTube? Yeah, I'm just drinking a cup of tea. No, just link from chat window. Okay. Same like for OBS. Okay, all right. It was far easier on Twitch with access because I used to use one of my old IRC bots because I was using IRC like 20, 25 years ago, and one of my old bots actually worked on Twitch chat, and people could interact with it and play games and all sorts. And I've been tempted to try and make something similar for YouTube, and actually have a bot and have games that people can play in chat. I've also got an idea of having chat controlled games. We did that chat controlled rover. There may be a way to have more interaction and actually have chat playing games and earn like fictional points. Because I thought of making a little maze game where people, how the rover we've got. Hang on, let me have a cup of tea. Yeah, you mentioned this once, because one of the ideas I had is I could have a maze or a grid on screen, and then how we got the rover. You can move it forward, back. Well, if you could move a sprite on screen and get them to a goal, and chat can control it, and then the person who does the command to get to the goal gets a point, and then it loads like another map or another maze or something. That's something I had, because I'm trying to think of ways that I can have a stream going 24 hours and hopefully try and make an income from it if I am going back to college. Though I doubt that'll be possible. the hell are we doing? Went too far. Yeah, I'm talking about Kerbal now. I'm not paying attention to Kerbal. 0.9. Hello, Cryptic. Hello, how are you? You were, it's early. Actually, I'm streaming late, aren't I? It's 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, what I was doing before I started streaming, I was doing another Shash and Go run. I was playing Shash and Go, and I've done another reading challenge in Shash and Go, which I didn't use any Hurigana, and I got 100% again. So that video will be going up. That video will be scheduled for later on today. Otherwise, I would start streaming earlier. Although I didn't feel like streaming earlier. Not had a particularly good day, but that's just life. I'm not even concentrating on Kerbal this evening, so we've messed up this rendezvous. It's taking a lot longer. I expected to be a bit closer to it. We're getting closer to it, though. $200 meters. All right, that's what it looks like. All right, go up there. So I wonder if the mod could do that, where if you got a mod that's showing chat. Yeah, Cryptic, I'm just talking to Gary Blue just now. He's working on a mod about having chat in Kerbal. And if you're working on a mod and that can read YouTube chat, then chat could probably control more things in game. Like I don't know, chat voting to increase your money or funds or something, or turning lights on and off. Something basic is not going to ruin the game. That would be cool. Yeah, we're just brainstorming at the moment, just trying to think about it. Because I do have an idea of having chat-controlled games. But what I might do with chat-controlled games, I might do that on one of my surfaces, so I could have the surface like streaming 24 hours. I did mod, and now I'm working on a WinApp as a server for taking chat messages and push to the game. Yeah, so you're just detecting the chat window via the URL, is it? So you can detect what's in chat, everything that's going on in chat. or just read what everything that's going on in chat. I suppose that's all you have to do, isn't it? You can just get all the information you need from chat. I'm trying to think of a scenario when I'd have to be able to have an automated message go out to chat, but I can't think of a scenario where we'd do that, where that would be needed. So there's a few games I would like to play actually on YouTube. Things like marbles on stream, but it only works with Twitch. I don't believe it works with what's it called? YouTube. There's another game that I used to enjoy called Stream Racer, and there's a Stream Racer clone made by one of the YouTube channels on, not YouTube channels, one of the Twitch channels called Broken Chair Media, and they made their own Stream Racer clone where people in chat get their own sprite on the screen, and then all you have to do is just sit in chat, and you join the game at the start. And you get your own sprite at the screen, and the sprite essentially drives for you. It's a racing game. It drives for you. Good for YT algorithm, yeah. Because you get lots of interaction. Yeah, you get lots of interaction. Yeah, it really drives interaction. But then sometimes with Broken Chair Media, I've tried to go to the Broken Chair Media Twitch channel, and sometimes there's nobody there, and it's just a wasteland. So, yeah. Well, Marbles on Stream used to be bigger than it is as well. Stream Racer has never been huge. Right, we'll do the deorbit burn now. Do the deorbit burn now. Money. It'd be nice to have money. It'd be nice to be monetized, because originally I wasn't going to be monetized. I just didn't care. I mean, I've had this YouTube for like 12 years, YouTube channel, been uploading videos for more than 12 years. But because I'm going back to college, because I'm going back to university, if I get in, I still haven't had the message saying I got in. But if I do go back, it'd be nice to have the extra income. And something like an automated stream that that chat can interact with might be a good way of doing that. Money. I doubt it'll get so big to pay for college. I doubt that. There we go. I'm worried now that we're going to fall short. no, we should be okay. Should be okay. Hello, Big Sparky. Right, how close can we get to the KSC now? Yeah, we're gonna make it, I think. Gonna make it. No, we're gonna fall short. I normally do the shoots around about 2,000. Otherwise, it just takes too long to descend from altitude. Can we get a little bit closer? Is it worth getting the little rig out to come over here and pick this up? Okay, Erica's almost home. I've always worried about the Kerbal chat up here, whether it's too small to read, because some people are on phones and that. And I have tried to mess around with the script size a couple of times. Because I believe status still works, doesn't it? Status still works. It better still work. Yeah. I need that in description, actually. I should say status to see the status of the craft that's currently on screen. It's hard to read even on your PC. Yeah, hang on. So I tend not to get the feedback, so I unlink that. Is that the right? Yeah, there it is. Right, select font, 26, 28. How's that? Any better? Is that any better? Yeah, it is a bit hard to read. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Space Center. I think it's kind of small too. It's got position, width, bounds, crop. Fill, width, cover, fit, stretch. Sorry, I'm messing with it now. I'm messing with it. I'm messing with the text. Hang on. If I go to transform, edit transform. Sorry, I'm messing in OBS right now, because the thing is with OBS, I can Right, it says maximum size only. Automatic, no. Maximum size only. No, let's not do that. If I double click there and then go select font 36. Okay. Okay, how's that? I'm worried about it taking up too much of the screen. I'm wondering if better font. If I go. Sorry about boring people. Sorry about being boring. I'll put that halfway. Or okay, increase the background size. Where do we increase the background size? Outline. Oh. Okay, that's easier to read. Well, I am worried about it taking up too much of the screen. But it's okay. It's not taking up that much of the screen, is it? Better fonts. Because I'm using Nortor Sans at the moment. Because that's quite a pleasant looking font that I often use. Nortor Sans at 34. Okay, it's good. It's much better now. Okay, we'll leave that. I can always change it if anyone if we want to change it, we can always change it. Right. We'll launch one more grappling rocket to get that piece of junk because I took on a junk contract at the start. Yeah, so we'll just launch this again. I know we launched this a lot, and then we've got to try and do something with those rovers in orbit. We got two rovers in orbit that we got to take to Minmus because our Minmus rover blew up the other day. Randomly blew up. It was on stream and all. Okay, T-R, F5. Okay, set this. We've got to. Nope, don't mess up the launch this time. We messed it up last time a little bit. I went too high. I think we need to work on a different launcher that can actually return itself and not use solids. So I think that's something else we need to work on as another project. So I'm tempted just to have a big weigh some of the upper stages we got. Just make a mental note of the weights of some of the upper stages we got. And then make a boiler plate, like just a large fuel tank or ore tank, and then try and make a launcher that can take this ore tank or fuel tank into space and back. Into space, drop it in space, and then we can adapt a new launcher for all our upper stages. Something that can fly itself back. I don't think we'll do a repulsive landing, but something that can land vertically. Not necessarily a repulsive landing, not with the engines, just like with the tanks, what's it called? The parachutes at one end and have landing gear at the other end. That's what I'm thinking. Wait for Apple Access to go up. Watching Apple Access 8182 is what we're looking for. There we go. Yeah, with the larger text on screen, you should be able to see your names when they come up. Because when people come in and say hi, the Kerbals respond. Well, there's no Kerbals on board with this one. I suppose the probe core could respond as well, couldn't it? It could say acknowledging somebody is watching or something. Okay, let's get on here. Hi. There you go. Oh, it does. See? Probe core does respond. The probe core does respond. Can't even see what it says because the command window doesn't show the text. It says "Irashaimase," which is welcome. What day is it? What day is it? It's Wednesday. Oh, okay. It's Wednesday. The fact I haven't had a text message, I did have a message just now, but I don't think it's what I was hoping for. No, it's not. I didn't win the lottery because I bought a lottery ticket earlier, and yeah, I didn't win because I haven't had a message saying you've won a prize. Now, if I did win the lottery, I'd have a permanent, I would do that with the chat-controlled stream and actually have a locally hosted chat bot. Because that's one of the things when I used to have the chat bot on Twitch, but it was running in an IRC client. And it was interesting. It was good having conversations with it. I've actually done experiments and actually got locally running LLMs, a very small one, running locally on my machine, and it works. Problem is, it uses up the GPU power and uses up a lot of processing power, and I can't run Kerbal and scripts, and I've got YouTube windows with podcasts open on the other monitor, and I can't do all that at the same time. If I did win the lottery, though, I'd probably have a bigger setup and a house and a car. I wouldn't have to worry about paying for my education or going on. You know what it's like. The top YouTubers make such a huge amount of money, don't they? Make a huge amount of money. But then, a majority of people on YouTube don't make anything, so you can't compare yourself to the top YouTubers, really. It's like I got my face to camera YouTube channel. I started a bit over 18 months ago now, 18, 19 months ago. And I don't have it linked on this channel. It's somewhere else. There's one successful channel I watch, who the presenter never showed their face, but when I started watching their videos again this week, they've started showing their face on channel, and that's Atomic Shrimp. For a long time, he never just showed himself or his family or his dog. And I started watching some of his videos this week, and now he does. So it's really interesting. It's like Big Clive as well. It's another YouTube channel I watch, Big Clive, and he didn't show his face on screen, and then he did live streams, and people didn't like the way he looked because he didn't match his voice, and so he made a second channel just for his live streams. But then that channel was banned, and so now he's streaming on Twitch. But he still uploads videos to YouTube. I think he got into trouble by causing explosions or something. What are we looking for? We're looking for this. There it is. There. Module set as target. There's the module set as target. What are we looking for now? So, right, apoapsis there. The inclination node where the orbits cross, essentially, that's closest to apoapsis is the one that uses the less fuel if we do the burn at. So this is 1.6 degrees out, ascending node, so you need to point down the ways. Hello, that SSTO guy. Hello again. I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about something yesterday. I can't remember what we were talking about. Oh, look, I haven't even started the engine. Look. Right, press space. And now we're going to miss our burn point, so we'll go around again. Right, 1.6 degrees. And it's okay to do an inclination burn in several orbits. That's actually realistic, and I believe that's done by a number of probes and real spacecraft. They'll do a number of burns in a number of orbits. Go 1.6 degrees, come on, 1.5, 1.4, 3, 1, 0.7. We can slow down. 0.2, 0.1. 0.0. There we go. So we've got the same inclination. Okay, and if we go to the apoapsis and then we do a retrograde burn, the apoapsis. See, it is possible to just match our orbits and then just have it slightly out and just wait until we come alongside. So if we do a retrograde burn till it crosses, right, like that. And it's possible to do another retrograde burn here and not do a maneuver node at this point, and just wait until we come alongside it and then do and that's probably the way that will use the least amount of fuel because we don't have to do a maneuver burn. But it takes a long time, and I think that's how you do it in real life. You wouldn't bother doing a maneuver node here. You just get in more or less the same orbit with very slight difference, and you catch up or slow down to get to your target. It takes a long time. By 0.1. Right, our periapsis is 77. The new periapsis would still be at 77. No, it's over here at 76. So we're okay. We're staying above the atmosphere. Right, and we go there and go warp to next maneuver. Oh, see, it's changed. See, we've got this problem here. I've noted this problem before. Is this a an issue with going into the atmosphere, and so the warp hasn't worked. See, I just said just then that I don't know why it does that. It did that the other day. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We're here. Our current altitude is 68. So we'll have to do a radial out. So we're in the atmosphere. So periapsis. We'll have to mess around doing that all over again. It did that the other day. I was kind of confused why it did that. Why our periapsis changed suddenly. So I have to mess doing all that. We're going to have to do that all over again. Something fun to do these days is rendezvous with Principia installed, because it's very easy to plan an approach that happens in like 20 orbits. So some mod makes it easier. I'm just waiting for this to go over 70. There we go. Right, we'll do another prograde burn at apoapsis. It does kill your PC though. That mod is the N-body simulation mod, and adds some other types. Oh yeah, that would do, wouldn't it? Right, let's do that. Try that again. Let's try this again. Go here, add maneuver. Set a bunch of orbits in the future. And then we decrease that. So, right, that's right, 0, 0 there. See, right, periapsis is at 78. Our current periapsis and the future periapsis post-maneuver is at 78, which is above the atmosphere. But I have noticed a couple of times, this happened the other day, when we do the warp to next maneuver, that it'll sometimes change those figures. Right, if we do an F5 now, right, then we go warp to next maneuver, 78, it still says 78 there, and it still says 76 here. See, this is 76 now, so it does change. So there's something going on there. And this is taking a long time to do this, to come down. And now we're dipping in the atmosphere by here, see? There's something odd going on. See, the periapsis is dipping into the atmosphere. And there's something strange going on there. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on. Is it because I got too much stuff in orbit and there's some errors happening? There's some errors in the calculations? I don't know. I'm just speculating. I wonder if the maneuver node is too close to there, and the maneuver node passes the other side. See, if we do it where we gain altitude, that'll be better, wouldn't it? Because that way it's not going to go into the atmosphere. But then again, it puts the difference in orbits are going to be further. So when we come alongside our target, we'd have a longer burn to do. But it's more reliable. See, it's changed again. It's changed again. As soon as I go to warp to next maneuver, it's changed again, and we've gone back in the atmosphere at 68. I didn't do anything. I don't understand. What's going on here? What's going on? I don't understand. Why is this now at 68? We're just wasting fuel now. What's our current altitude? 69. Are there errors in the calculations that's causing things to go wrong? I don't understand. What am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? I've been playing Kerbal long enough. I should know what I'm doing. I don't understand. Maybe it's because I'm tired. It is 3:08 in the morning. I don't know. Am I missing something? Are inclinations at 0, inclinations the same? What am I doing wrong? I'm doing something wrong. We've got plenty of fuel. We've got plenty of RCS. Right, let's do it there. Let's try it again. Add maneuver. Move this a bit further away. Bunch of orbits in the future. Right, and now if we decrease that so that after the maneuver, the orbit after the next maneuver, we're just 0.1 kilometers away, right? So the future post-maneuver periapsis should be 81, and the current is 81.5, and we're currently at 81.6. So just a 3.1 meters per second maneuver. Get it to face towards the maneuver node, F5, right? Warp to next maneuver. So we'll watch those two figures. 81, 81, 81. They're both still 81. 81.4 and 81.5. But this isn't going down. This isn't going down when we're doing the maneuver. What's wrong? Oh, we're set to orbit. No, it shouldn't make a difference. It shouldn't make a difference. It shouldn't make a difference. And now we're going 78, 77, 76, 72, and it's back in the atmosphere. It makes no sense. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? You know what? I'm going to change it so our orbits match a bit more closer, I think. Up here. Wrong control point? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should try the orange ones. Maybe I should try the orange ones. I always use the red ones, but maybe the orange ones would be better, yeah. What I think I'll do right now is decrease the size of our orbit so that they're more closely matched. F9, and again, we could do F9. Yeah, we could do F9. Where's the maneuver node? Where's the maneuver node? Lost our target. Set as target. If we move maneuver node to here, where's it? There. Try it there then. Try it there. I think sometimes what can happen if somehow the orbit changes from a glitch and then the maneuver node would be wrong and doesn't act right. Yeah, there's some glitch. There's some miscalculation going on in there. Right, warp to next maneuver. So the post maneuver is 81 and our current is 80. See, it's still not going down and periapsis is moving the wrong way. It's almost as if the maneuver node is in the wrong direction. We haven't accidentally got the wrong thing selected, have we? Right, if we go control from here, no. Mod update is working. Oh, nice. I suppose your way is your way of doing the mod. You can show anyone's chat on screen, couldn't you? Like with the API access I'm using for the Kerbal chat, I could only show my own chat. Oh, that's close enough. Right, 77. We're just going to go with this. I think we need to spend some time in my Kerbal save anyway. Just get rid of some of the junk we've got in orbit. Yeah, your method, and you could see anyone's chat, as in even somebody else's channel. You can just connect to somebody else's channel, whereas the API access, I can only show my own channel. It's basically in-game text. I do like now using your chat. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. Wash mushy. Oh, I pressed Z rather than X. Oops. My fault. before LLMs and stuff like that, I used to keep my IRC bot running all the time. I can remember when I had phones, I used to sit in the toilet in work and I was talking to my own bot on my own machine through IRC chat. I did it through the Twitch. I used to connect through the Twitch channel because it was running on the Twitch channel all the time, just running in the background. I've actually got the 2 Twitch accounts because I had to have a second account for the bot. I'd like to resurrect the bot, to be honest. I'd like to resurrect the bot. But I was thinking about when I do, because I've got this having API access when I stream Kerbal, I don't think I could do it when I'm doing Kerbal. I'd have to lose the Kerbal chat. But if I'm streaming something else, like Derail Valley, for instance, I might be able to have a bot running in the background. But then I kind of like the idea of working on a chat game, like that maze game. I've got to decide how to do it and what's the best way to do it, because I was originally going to do it with the IRC bot and have the IRC bot manipulate a text file and have a HTML page running on my machine that updates. It reads the text file and updates what's on the screen every few seconds based on what's in the text file. There's a very simple way of doing it. But now I suppose these days I could vibe code something which is a bit more ambitious, like running in C# or something. Because I used to do a lot of HTML and PHP and stuff myself, and that's the way I would have done it. I'd just have a bit of JavaScript that reads a text file and have the IRC bot manipulating a text file based on what people say in chat. But it seems what I want to do is minimize abstraction. I want to minimize the amount of steps. Like having the IRC bot reading chat and responding to chat, writing a text file, and having a HTML page and some JavaScript reading the text file. And it just seems like there's too many steps. Whereas, we can do something like with the Python script here that reads chat. We can have the Python script control everything on screen. Make the maze, respond to chat and everything and connect to YouTube API in one go. That would be a far more elegant or better way of doing it, wouldn't it? Like, how have we got the rover, the chat-controlled rover? The chat-controlled rover is controlled by exactly the same script that does the Kerbal chat, and it just reads it. And then through this mod here, the KOPRC mod, it can pass commands to Kerbal. That's how that works. All right, it's a fuel tank. It's a streamlined fuel tank. That's the thing with these projects, whether it be a mod or an app or something, trying to get everything, minimize the abstraction, minimize the number of extra packages you need. It seems like a lot of games these days are badly optimized. They need so many prerequisites, and not just games, like getting LLMs working locally, you need so many packages and things. Like you need a tiny 1K file that's only available in it's one package that's like a 1 gigabyte download. And it's just so much faff. Yeah, you need a mod and an app, and you need and only a certain type or certain versions. It's like I've got 2 versions of Python running on my machine, one in a virtual environment because some of the packages in some of the things I do with Python don't work in the other version of Python. Why? It doesn't need to be there. Why? It's so it's just irritating. Just irritating. Abstraction. Sorry, I'm just thinking of it. I know a few people who tried to get me to use Linux a few times. No, that'll be the entire operating system is like that. Just spending hours trying to get like a calculator working or something. Oh no, I'll pass. I'll pass. Though I do like the idea of being independent of big companies. I do like that idea. I know I'm not dissing that idea at all. Because that's a very noble thing. All right, there we do. Control from here. There we go. Retrograde. Right, got it finally. It took far longer than we were expecting. Right, what are we doing now? Got to do a deorbit burn. Right, what's our current? 77 by 82. That's fine. F5. Okay, let's do a deorbit burn. Right, because chat has slowed down, I might put the podcast I was listening to back on. Hang on. That SSTO guy has said something. I'll read it now once the burn's done. It's better than it used to be, but it's very much something you need to tweak with and get it to run well. Yeah. Although I like messing around with the stuff, but stuff like that, so I'm an outlier. You know, I'd run it on a second machine. I'd have a go with a second machine. I mean, I've got a Model A Raspberry Pi over there, which I haven't used in a few years. You know, I could be doing something with. It's like that Model A Raspberry Pi, because I have a bot or something running on that runs 24/7 on the channel. But I think I just, you know, what's the word? I don't spend hours trying to get something really simple to work. It's like it did infuriate me having multiple different versions of identical packages in Python running. It did kind of annoy me. Having a separate virtual environment of Python just to have a different package version. Yeah, I don't take it as criticism. I'm not criticizing at all. It's just that, yeah, I just found it could get annoying at times. Like I said, it's a very noble thing being not being dedicated, not allowing large companies to have control over your machines. Dot. Full stop. Period. All right, Gary Blue saying stop. Is it? Is that what you're implying? Change the subject. Is that what the full stop's for? It's more or less equivalent to Windows at this point, but it's a different operating system that you need to fully learn. It's like swapping between Apple and Android. Definitely not forever. And yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So a lot of people criticize different operating systems. It doesn't matter what. We had a discussion yesterday about Chromebooks, wasn't it? You know, if you're using one operating system, you become comfortable at using that one operating system, and that all your skills are in one operating system, and using something else for the hell of it, just because somebody else says, you're not going to get the best out of that machine. You know, you use what you're used to, isn't it? You get the best out of the one you're used to, which is very true. Oh, you're testing your mods. Okay, like keep testing, Gary. Keep testing. It's like having a stable base to work from, because you have a stable base to work from. You're better building on what you already know than learning something again from scratch. Does that mod have all the inputs sanitized? Yeah, would Gary have to do it that you know, so it blocks out certain words and phrases? Would you have to have like a blocked words or blocked phrases? No, a list of words which you can block or not show on screen. Yeah, Gary may have to do that. Oh, I'm full of gas now. I'm burping. Sorry. I finished my tea, haven't I? Yeah, I finished my tea. Maybe later. Because I always try to block the word should, because I'm not happy with backseat gamers. Like for someone who uses symbols like what's that? Is that a quote or a hash? Timber is going to fall. It's going to break. Oh! Damn it! Oh, should we do that? I'm going to F9. I'm not going to accept that. What about different languages, Gary? Does different languages work? Hang on, let me go to chat. Let me go click on chat. Oh, I'm trying to write in chat. Why is it not writing? Oh no, you can't. Oh yeah, it is. It is doing. Yeah, it is. You're there. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. You're in my sandcar. Yeah, sorry. The API, the IME input method editor wasn't working. It was showing the input method editor screen on the other monitor. That's why I was taking a break then. Right, let's do this deorbit burn now. Yeah, you're my Mesankar translates to "Can't you read this?" But it's in a polite form. What's that? What's that word I was looking at the other day? Ensatsu. Ensatsu. It's a more polite. It's a more formal way of saying to speak. Ensatsu. Could have a basic Kerbal mod and just retracts all the solar panels with one press of the button. Jason Palomino, what are we doing today? Well, I'm just doing some Kerbal contracts, and then we'll decide what we're going to work on after we got these contracts out the way. Because we're always short. Because this is a career game in Kerbal, we're short of money, and so I was just trying to get some money by doing some contracts. Hello, Real Rocky. What are we doing? Also, do you like my new PFP? What's PFP? PFP. PFP. Oh, makes sense. Okay. Profile picture. Oh, right. Oh, avatar profile picture. I can't really see it because the chat window I'm looking at is the OBS chat window, and the pictures are very small. Like, I can tell Gary's blue is his face. I assume it's his face. And I got my cat, and Jason Palomino just as a J. But your picture, Real Rocky, is hard to see. It looks like a moon or something. It looks like a Kerbal moon. Yeah, it looks like Kerbal moon. Because the chat window I'm looking at is really small. It's Demios, the moon of Mars. Demios, I suppose, from a distance, does look like a bit of the moon in Kerbin, doesn't it? So close. Phobos and Demios, is it possible to tell them apart? Isn't it one of them's got like striations on it that it looks like it's twisted? I don't know much about Phobos and Demios. At least we're going to get closer to the runway this time. I hope. Come on, get it closer, get it closer. Set that to terrain. The radar. Imagine you're on Mars and you see Phobos and Demios. Demios is the brown one. Oh, they're different colours. I know they're not very big. Are they captured asteroids or something? Because they're like not moon shaped or something. I don't know. I don't know much about them both. At night. Yeah, because they're only small. Would you be able to see them from the surface? I assume you'd be able to see them, but they won't be as large as, say, Earth's moon. They won't be as large as the moon. Demios is the older, bigger one. Right, let's try and get this down flat this time. You can see Demios and barely Phobos. So Demios is the bigger one. It's like you can't really see. You can see the moon, but you can't really see Minmus from Kerbin, can you? Isn't Demios a car made by Mazda? Oh, sorry, sorry. Test. Gary Blue's testing. Gary Blue's testing a mod to show chat on screen. Did you know Neil Armstrong quit NASA because he didn't want to be famous? I was a bit late in there. Oh, we got it down in one piece. Oh, there's an airplane. I went to the Fleet Air Arm Museum once. I'd love to go again, actually. And there's an aircraft in there because Neil Armstrong was a test pilot, and there's an aircraft in that museum he actually flew. It's a Handley Page HP 176, I think. 176? I can't remember. I have to have a look. And Neil Armstrong actually flew it as a test article. There's only a small aircraft. I went and saw it in the museum. I'm going to have to look that up now. I'm going to have to look it up. Handley, caps like on. Sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent. Sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent. Handley Page, sorry. Designs. Sorry, if I could just go to desktop. I'm just looking for something at the moment. Jetstream. I love Jetstreams. VTOL transport. Where is it? No, it wasn't Hermes. Oh, well, I'm getting confused. Anyway. We're going off on a tangent. I'm looking for an aircraft I saw in a museum once that Neil Armstrong flew. I can't remember the name of it. Phobos orbits close, but I think, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it was the beginning of the first man. What, the aircraft are you talking about, or him quitting? What are we doing now? What do we do? We don't have any more contracts. Recover Erica Kermit. Hang on, we did. We brought the Kerbal back. Oh, shipwreck's there. Right, recover. We didn't recover. Okay. Right, there we go. yesterday I was watching another KSP stream after you stopped streaming, and it was a new player, and they had a stage on top of the first go sideways, like it was mounted sideways. Back in 1969, July 6th, Neil Armstrong took the first step on the moon. 1969. Go a few years then, and it'll be the anniversary, wouldn't it? Oh, July 20th. When's that? It's July now. It's July the 8th. So we got a couple of days to the anniversary. What are we doing? What are we doing next? I want to see where these rovers are in orbit, because we've got a couple of rovers to take to Minmus. There you go. They had a stage on top of the first go sideways. Yeah, we got this. So we've got to take these rovers out to Minmus. All right, if we stage this now, hang on, let's get these out. Extend that, extend that. Extend that. We'll go find a tug. We'll refuel the tug and take it out to Minmus, and then we'll attach the two rovers to the tug. Oh, the rovers, the RCS on the rovers is firing as well. Okay. Thank you for the like. Right, let's go find a tug. We've got to find a tug. We've got one of the tugs is attached to the ferret. Cafe Alpha, potato masher. Full tank. Where is the ferret? We've got to do a stream where we just deorbit a bunch of this stuff. We've got to do a stream where we just deorbit stuff, don't we? Right, sending node, so we do a descending burn. We'll go get to the tug now. Right, because chat is slowed down, I'm tempted to put a podcast back on the other monitor. But then if I stop giving commentary, people will get a bit bored, won't they? Right. Let's do a fire. Make sure the engine's going. Okay, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, 1 degree. Slow down as we get close to the node. Speed up as we're getting too close to the node. We don't want to pass it. So I'm just modulating the throttle. So use less fuel. Slow down as the node starts moving away. And hit X when it's like quarter way around. There we go. Right. Inclination is the same. So we could do a prograde burn. And I'll read chat now. Right. The SSTO guy says, I'm currently doing a mission where I put Jeb at the L4 point and leave him there. Okay. Is that a Lagrange point? Do Lagrange points actually work in Kerbal? Poor Jeb would be left, just going to leave him there. He's on the space station on his own, is he? What 0.4? Okay. See, it's not working again. It's not working again. It's not working again. Just try and pay attention to this now. 37.6. There you go, 0.1. It's a bit mean, isn't it? It's a bit mean. Maybe he volunteered. I don't know. I can't ask my Jeff. He died a long time ago. My Jeb, I mean, died a long time ago. I think he only. I think my Jeb only went suborbital. Then he became a smoking hole. It's just poor Jeb. Poor Jeb. Shouldn't laugh really. But I didn't know what I was doing when I started playing Kerbal, you know? We're all beginners at one point. Right, so what we're going to do is disconnect this tug here, connect to these, pick up the two tugs, and then go to one of the space stations, fill up with fuel, and take them out to Mimas. That's what I'm planning. Right. Poor Jeb. Hang on. The other way around. It's red. Red? No, green. Green's on the right. Green's on the right. Decrease our relative speed. There you go. Right. F5. The plan is an L4 refueling station. There'll be stations, so he won't be the one crashing on Eve. He has missions all the way out to Lathe and deserves retirement. Okay? Work in retirement on the space station. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to connect to this, make sure there's no fuel in there. We got plenty of monoprop. There's a little bit of fuel. There's not a lot of fuel in there. Worried about that. Bob, we got Bob on board. Bob's on board. Where is he? He's in there, isn't he? We got Bob on board. Right, Bob's only a scientist though. He's not a pilot, so he's just along for the ride. Right, it's F5 again. Let's disconnect this, undock, right? So we got this. So we don't have a lot of fuel aboard, right? So let's undock one of the rovers. Undock. Off that goes. And if we remove this out the way, and then move to this, we'll control from here, set that as a target, and then put the RCS on. Close proximity maneuvers. Where's the rover? Right. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. Hello, Gary. I'm not speaking as I'm concentrating. Got it. Right. Control from here. And we need to set that as a target just to get back to it. I've connect to this now and get rid of the other rover. I will control it from here. Set as target. Oh, no, I'm getting confused, What are we doing? What are we doing? Stop, 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 stop. Slow down, slow down, slow down. What would Jeb say? I thought I could hear the chemical plant alarm just then. Outside my window, because there's a chemical plant not far from where I live, and there's an alarm that goes off. And if the alarm goes off, we've got to get inside and close all doors and windows. Got it, got it. There we go, got it. All right. Okay, so this is the ferret, and it's just going to sit here. The ferret, the grapple, we can keep this in orbit just to bring stuff back, because it's basically exactly the same as the grappling thing we just used. And we got this. Right, F5. We don't have a lot of fuel. I wonder if we could take fuel out of that, but it decreases the usefulness of that thing in orbit. Because we've got to get to the space station now. Where is Cafe Alpha? Cafe Alpha. Set as target. Set as target. Right, we've got to do a inclination change. So we're in a higher orbit. Where's the inclination node? Well, there's ascending node there. Right. Oh, we're all already in the same. Right. Okay. Make sure we're not going to hit anything. There we go. Let's try this again. Add maneuver. Right, 0.2 meter. on the next orbit. 8.3 meters per second burn. Our current periapsis is 144, and our future periapsis will be 140. F5. Warp to next maneuver. See if it's going to change now. 144, 140, 144, 144, 318. Still says 144, 318, and the other one's still 140. Okay, all right, seems to work this time. But it's still not going down. Okay, and now we're still out. So we set that to orbit, and then go prograde, and then we'll have to adjust this with the RCS now. How long have we been streaming for? 1 hour 54 minutes. We had a lot of discussion, didn't we, for the 1 hour 54 minutes? Turn the RCS off, press F5. At the other side of the orbit, we'll be at 0.3 kilometers away. So if we warp to there, set our attitude relative to target, retrograde relative to target, press M, so we can see our target as it comes into view. How much fuel we got? We don't have a lot of fuel. I think we can do it. 0.4 kilometers away. Wait till it becomes perpendicular. We've got to make sure our differences in speeds are the same once we're perpendicular, because it'll be perpendicular as that will be our closest approach. Okay. Okay. We could do with another rig this, because we've got a rig in orbit of Mimas that can land the tugs, but it's really dodgy. I'd like to make a newer version. What it does is like a U-shaped thing, and it connects to the top, and you can vertically land the tugs on the surface. How are KSP mods developed? Do you know? I mean, Gary Blue does. Yeah, because I've made it. See this little exit thing down here? That's a mod I've made. There's different ways. How did I do it? It's a C-sharp DLL. That's the way I did it, I think. C-sharp DLL, and you just put it into the game data folder, and with the picture, and it worked. I mean, admittedly, I vibe coded that. I didn't do it myself, because I mean, C-sharp is beyond my abilities. Like, it's not Python or anything. PAL is enough for me. I'm going to bed. It's enough for me. I'm going to bed. All right. Yeah, C sharp. Easy. Laughing. Yeah, okay. Right, have a nice nap, Gary. Chat to you again. Yeah, because I got this Kerbal mod here. The one I got is you click it and the Kerbals just bail out. They jump out and release their parachutes, whereas Gary's mod is this note one. I mean, Gary Blue's mod, not Gary's mod for Half-Life. And I did start making a skin, but I never did much with it. Right, X-Bomber project. Yeah, so that's something we got. X-Bomber inspired moonlander, swinging airplane carousel. Yeah. Missions. New Minmus rover. That's what we're working on at the moment. New Minmus rover. Although, to be honest, I'm hungry. And I'd like to go and have something to eat. So I may refuel this. And then, or we could take it out to Minmus. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll vibe code long. Vibe code is good. Vibe coding is okay as long as you. Actually, no. Just carry on yourself. It opens up coding to a lot of people actually. Because I used to do a lot of PHP. I used to spend hours and hours doing PHP and SQL and getting everything bloody working, and it just took out so much time in my life just finding bugs and getting things working. And these days you just don't have the patience for it. Yeah, C sharp and C++ are different languages. C sharp is I don't know enough about it to go into detail about the differences. I set up my station to be able to swing between L4 and L5 for about 40 meters per second a trip and can drop something off in lunar orbit. That sounds really impressive, SSDO guy. Sounds really impressive. See, I don't know which Lagrange point is which, to be honest. Because I know they're all numbers. You've got set numbers, like the one in front, one behind, the one above, below, and... Is there 6 altogether? That's the right word, isn't it? Lagrange. French is hard G, because Italian uses soft Gs. Oh, I accidentally pressed warp. Oh, see, I was meant to be pressing the translational controls, and I pressed warp. Flipping X, so we're miles away again. Oh, accent. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. See, I'm hungry and I'm tired. That's what it is. I'm hungry and I'm tired. So I'll tell you what, we'll dock this and then... Right, down. See, make a mistake. I made a mistake. .4. Ah, damn it. I think 5 between behind, then you have 4 and 5. I think 5 between and behind, and then you have 4 and 5 that are on the sides, and they are the stable ones, yeah. And you have one on either side of the orbit. Because, like, in real life, at those points, like, there's asteroids and stuff that have been captured, and they've congregated at those points in real life, haven't they? I'm surprised we haven't sent things out there, actually. There we go. Right, let's try this approach again. It's my fumble fingers. Fumble fingers. Fumble fingers have got me into trouble. Again. Right, there we go. Let's make another approach. Okay, 600 meters. Right, we've got to get on the other side. How much monoprop we got? Oh, we've got plenty of monoprop. Okay. Kill RCS. Control from here. We're not going to break anything if we try and dock with that port, are we? So we're going sideways on. Right. Control from here. Let's target. Right. Go. Set target. Line it up slowly, slowly. Hit caps lock. So we've got rotational controls. Right, going in slowly. Oh, come on. Got it. All right. Huh? Are those tugs at the same level? Yeah, they are at the same level. Okay, we got it. Is there enough fuel aboard? We could do with replenishing the fuel on here, couldn't we? There's no fuel in that tank, and there's no fuel in that tank. Yeah, I'm hungry, so I might take a break in a bit. It's 4:16 in the morning. I've been streaming for 2 hours 7 minutes, so I may take a break. I'm hungry. Right, refueling this. We need to bring some fuel up to this station to replenish it, don't we? That's it. Stop, stop. It's fully fueled, isn't it? Fully fueled now. How about our monoprop? We've got monoprop. We don't have much monoprop on here either. Could stick a little bit of monoprop from there just to replenish. Right, F5. Undock. Undock. T. Control from here. Oh, just move us away. Caps lock. Oh, we've got Telford. I think that's Eiffel. We've got Telford here. I thought we had Brunel, because we've got three tugs which are named after engineers. So this one's Telford. What's the one that's docked there? Because you've got Eiffel, Telford, and Brunel. Let's undock this one. Oh, hang on. Do you have to make, because it's been connected for such a long time, we're going to have to make one of the docking ports primary. Right. Because people have been asking in comments about when you got docking ports stuck together, if you got docking ports stuck together, before you undock them, you've got an option saying make primary docking port. There you go, make primary docking node, and it's a bug in Kerbal. It still doesn't work. It still doesn't work. Oh, it's not our problem. We don't have to deal with it right now. We don't have to deal with it right now. Footlets. Okay. Control from here. Control from here. F5. Got full fuel. Do an inclination burn to get equal with min mass. Set as target. Inclination is currently at 6.7 degrees out. So that's a descending node, so we've got to do an ascending, which is that one. Which is not working. Why is it not working? Because we're already at the right angle, right? Hang on, Real Rocky's saying, I'm trying to make a space plane. It's so hard. I'm not using a shuttle because they... Yeah, okay. But they also don't... I don't know what I think about them. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing for years, and the space plane which you've seen me use on stream is the first one. Well, it's not the first one I've made. It's the first successful one I've made. Say, that's a good way of putting it. I haven't made many space planes either. It's so hard. They are hard. They are hard. I mean, I launched mine in a fairing on the top of a rocket, or on top of the launch stage, and then maneuver it around and bring it back. So I wonder if it's possible to get space plane out to Minmus and actually bring the Kerbals all the way back from Minmus in one go, in one hit. Like, how big can a space plane be? How big can you make it? No, I'm thinking now. Yeah, because sticking it on top of a rocket, it really needs to be in a fairing, because otherwise you've got the wings at the front and it moves centre of pressure further forward, and it makes things awkward. Mass Hyone has done it to lathe. He loves space planes. Yeah, a lot of other streamers have done it. But I don't want to take cues from other streamers. That's why I don't really watch. It's only Scott Mandy and Eric Johnson and EJSA and Red Panda that I watch anyway. Oh, and Red Munchkin Gaming plays Kerbal. Because I'd like to do my own engineering and do my own designs and try and work out things ourselves. So I don't like being compared to other people. Where are we going? We're going to Minimus. Add a maneuver here. Go out to Minimus. Actually, set that in orbit in the future. It's really hard to do, of course. He only does space planes. Moon in the way. It's not working. It's really hard to do. Yeah. We are killing Kerbals today. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. We do have a Kerbal aboard, I believe. We got Bob aboard. The only reason we got Bob aboard is because there was no seats on the space plane taking him back to Kerbin. So he's just coming along for the ride. Judy Bedzela. Oh yeah, you can come in for. I recognise the name. Right. So we're doing this. Just adjusting the node. No. Wait. Right. That's what I wanted. At least look at it this way. Hope Bob survives. Well, the intention is not to kill the Kerbals, but it's entirely possible that unintended consequences will happen. Because my Jeb is long dead. That's how we were talking about Jeb earlier. The Jeb in my career save is long gone. Okay, up to next maneuver. Yeah, we hope he survives. He shouldn't be going to the surface anyway. He shouldn't be going to the surface. He should just be staying in orbit. There we go. We've got a couple of tugs, and we're taking not tugs, rovers. The tug is taking a couple of rovers out to Minmus, and we've got an orbital crane. It's not a very good orbital crane. We need a better design on Minmus that can get into orbit. We'll connect the the rovers to this orbital crane, and it'll land. That'll take them and land them on Minmus. That's the intention. But though, to be honest, I am hungry and a bit tired, so I may take a break because it is 4:31 in the morning. So what I might do is just leave it in orbit of Minmus, and hopefully we can remember to carry on with this tomorrow night. Maybe we should schedule 1 day a week that we just all deorbit all the junk we've got. I just accidentally landed at KSC. Accidentally? Are you playing a career game, SSTO guy? Get the money back from the parts. Well, about 5 kilometers away, but that was insane. Oh, you re-entered from the moon. Okay, so you're coming in at high speed, coming in hot. It's like throwing darts at a dartboard, but it's really far away. I wonder if you can make a catapult in Kerbal and then throw stuff at a giant dartboard. So just silly ideas now. We got the rocket launcher, haven't we? We got the rocket launcher. That was like the second time that happened, right? In my 4,000 hours. Wow. Because I've just passed 1,800 hours in Kerbal. 4,000 hours. So if 2,000 hours is about 75 days, 2,000. So 75 and 75, 150. So you spent 150 days of your life, 24/7, playing Kerbal. Worth it. Yeah, Kerbal's worth it. Kerbal is such a good game. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. I mean, there's a lot of worse games. I mean, the hours as people spend on mind-numbing games. It's better than Candy Crush. Something like that. Or a gambling game. And you get such a sense of satisfaction when you do something in Kerbal. It's well worth it. No, real orbital physics and all that, or as closely simulated anyway. Here we go, and Bob is around Minmus. Let's get him into a lower orbit. There you go, 43, that'll do. Right, we'll circularize the orbit, and I think I'll end for tonight because I'm hungry and a bit tired. The sun's coming up. Right, circularize the orbit here. So we're at 43. So we'll aim for 43. Apoapsis. When I say 43, I'm talking about like 43,000 meters, the apoapsis, periapsis. And if the numbers are more or less the same, it's more or less circular. There you go, like that. 44 by 43. There you go. That's close enough. That's close enough. All right, Bob's in orbit. Bob's there. There's Bob. Okay. Bob says, crew report. And transmit data. Okay then. All right. I'm going to take a break. I'm tired. We've been streaming for 2 hours for 28 minutes, so I'm going to take a break. Right. Hope you don't mind. SSTO guy was chatting. Judy Bensler has long come in. Sorry about leaving right now. Real Rocky was chatting. Gary Blue does a lot of chats earlier. Jason Palomino was here. I'm just scrolling up the list. I chatted in chat. I think that's all the names, isn't it? Oh, Big Sparky came in. Cryptic was here. Oh, Cryptic's still here, yeah. All right. Okay, then, yeah. And I'll see you later. See you another time because I'm tired and hungry. And thanks for watching. Good night, good morning.